Hello, I'm Anna Mackay and this video is on the Bernoulli distribution. So what is a Bernoulli distribution? Essentially imagine a scenario where we're rolling the die, and in the past we've looked at, you've got your 6 outcomes there that could happen. To turn it into a Bernoulli is where you just look at one scenario and you're looking at a success or a failure. So if you're looking at what are the chances of rolling a 2, so a 2 is your success and all the other scenarios, 1, 3, 4, 5 and 6 are failures. That's essentially what Bernoulli is, so it's just a success and a failure. Here's the technical definitions, the probability of that happening. So the chance of getting that 2 would be 1 out of 6, and that's classed as x is equal to 1, and the flip side, x is equal to 0, is the probability of everything else happening. So it'll be 5 out of 6 in that dice scenario. Pretty much what we said here, and so that's represented in a table like this, just with the 2 scenarios happening there. Okay, technical definition of how to find the expected value, the average of what you expect is going to happen. So it's P, and how to calculate the variance is by this formula here. And so there's our variance, summarising that up with the standard deviation being the square root of the variance. We've talked quite a bit about that in some previous videos. Let's do an example here. A marble is randomly selected from a bag of 20 marbles containing 6 blue, and so 6 blue in there. Now it doesn't matter what colours the rest of them are because they're classed as the failures. What's the chance of a success where success is blue? Now when you get asked questions to explain why X is a Bernoulli random variable, it's actually not enough to just explain it in words saying, oh well, blue is a success and everything else is a failure. There's a mathematical way of explaining it as well. So that's what I'm going to show you here. Here's how you write it out. You state what the 2 probabilities are. You've got the probability of x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 0, where 1 is the success, and the success of that is P, and the chance of the failure is 1, subtract that P. So what's the chance of getting that blue marble? There are 6 out of 20 chances. That's our P, and the complement of that is 14 out of 20. So that's the way, and you feel free to write a sentence as well to explain why something is Bernoulli. You have to identify the success and the failure and the probabilities of them happening. Next, if we're asked to find the mean and standard deviation of that. Now, you remember from the green box a couple of slides ago, the definitions of that. So the mean is our expected value, and that is P, and so 6 out of 20. So essentially what that is if you did this many times, conducting that experiment, you've got a 6 out of 20 chance of this happening, and that's the chance of your success. And the standard deviation is this formula here, where our P is 6 out of 20 and we multiply that by the complement 14 out of 20, and that comes out to be 0.459. So that's how we do standard deviation. Okay. If you'd like to give it the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and in the next video we move on to the binomial distribution, 2 videos on that one. Thank you.